Driving Culture 4, this is HYPEBEAST Radio. We're sitting down with Ricky Powell, legendary street photographer here in New York City.
Is that what I am?
Yeah. Would you consider yourself to be that? I mean, like you...
Hell no. Only jerk-offs think of themselves as legends. Only cornballs do that. Me, I just do what I do, and however it's perceived, so be it. I just feel privileged. You know, I'm 55 and a half now, and I just feel... At this point in my life, I'm very grateful for the type of life I live. It just unfolded that way. What was I gonna say? I don't know.
Yeah, let's start with that. I mean, like, when did you first get into photography?
In 85.
85? What inspired that?
Spite. You don't know the story?
I know the story, but it'd be great to hear the story.
I had an ex-girlfriend who dissed me for a dude with tie-dye yoga pants, But, you know, while we went on, you know, for a couple years between 83 and 85, you know, she was an art student at NYU, whatever, and sometimes we go to Roxy's on Friday nights, which was the big, the hip-hop scene in 83 downtown on Friday nights. You know, once in a while, you want to take some pictures? I said, let me try it, because I was a phys ed student. You know, I wasn't really any artistic. And, you know, I'd kind of go up to couples in booths. I'd be like, yo, can I take your picture? You look like a cool couple. And they would, like, you know, let me smile. They felt me, and, you know, and it was fun. I liked the feel of the when I pushed the button. So, anyway, a couple years later, you know, she dissed me, you know, played me like a wet tuna sandwich. So, you know, and I was fucking devastated, you know, humiliated, everything bad. And then, you know, I found like a bag of her shit, like old socks and whatnot, and there was a little Minolta auto jammy in there, and I held it in my hand. I'm saying, I'm gonna fucking teach this fucking haglet for playing me like a soggy cannoli. I'm gonna take this camera. I'm gonna become something with this. I'm gonna make, you know, blah blah blah. So, strapped it on. Little jammy, you know, nothing like obtrusive, and I just started taking with me to art openings or, you know, club scene, you know, clubs, and having fun with it and taking pictures. It just kind of naturally happened. And then, you know, like downtown magazines like Paper Magazine and East Village Eye and Details, they were like, oh shit, yo, can you take pictures for our club section? And I'd be like, okay. So I went from like Joe Schnook to like the Rickster, downtown photographer, like overnight.
Yeah.
And then, you know, things just like parlayed, you know. That camera like, opened up many doors for me. You know, of course, with my Scorpio charm, mangoism, oozing. And just, you know, it was a good fit. And then, you know, a photo agency put me on, and then, you know, the camera just made me this, you know, I was already like, you know, diggy down already, but, you know, now I had a camera, so I became like, although I did not parade the camera in front of me like, yo, I'm a photographer now. Like, I always had it tucked away. But as I said 2 years ago, 2015, I kind of commemorated, quote unquote, 30 years of pro photos on a hangout tip. So that was my approach.
Yeah. Do you remember what camera that was?
Yeah, it's a Minolta auto jammy.
Yeah.
I could show it to you.
You still have it?
Well, not the one, because they get beat up. I've gone through many, but I can show you the model that I use still.
And you mentioned you kind of like you became the Rickster, and then you hosted Rapping with the Rickster for a while. So,
you know, this is 85. I started taking pictures, and then, you know, many things came into my path. You know, the Def Jam thing, the Beasties, and, you know, it being the golden era of hip hop between 86 and 89. It was just like mad shit to, you know, it was just ripe for like, you know, photo ops.
Yeah.
So, summer of 90, you know, I was living on 14th and 9th in this little fucking dump, and I was kind of broke and just staying home, and it was like, daytime TV was whack. And I was like, yo, I can't stand this shit. I'm going to make my own show. So I was like, I'm going to like bring the people I took pictures of to life. So I got like this ratty little TV crew or filming crew. So meet me in Washington Square Park in August of '90, and I started filming like bums and old ladies and whoever's and calling people, and we just made the first put it together, and August 22nd was the first episode, and then 3 weeks later I was in Rolling Stone random notes page like, oh yo homie, like hometown Ricky Powell brings his people to life and has a TV show, and so it was fun, and I just did me,
How did you meet the Beasties, and how did the Def Jam thing come about?
Made me go through all that. All right, I knew Ad Rock from my neighborhood because we hung out. And his sister was in my class in 4th grade at the PS41, the Greenwich Village School, and seeing him around the schoolyard on Greenwich Avenue was kind of like they leave the gates open after school, so it was kind of like a community recreation. Like adults would be playing tennis against the wall. Mm-hmm. Me and my crew would be playing basketball. Other crews would be this, and his little crew would be skating and hanging out. And through the years, I see him around the neighborhood. Yo, what's up, Lil Adam? Blah 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 blah. And 5 years difference is big when you're younger. I'm 16, he's 11, and da 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 da. So in '85, they just came off the Madonna tour, and they were going to play at the Cat Club. So I was like, let me go check out Adam and his little group here. And I went, and I was like, what? And I had just been shooting. I started in winter or spring of '85. So I started shooting. I was shooting like a half a year now, 6 months. Okay. And the famous artist Futura?
Yeah, of course.
He put me on a softball team that summer, the East Village Escadrille. So things were really, and I'd become the Rickster, downtown photographer. A lot of shit happened in 6 months. So I went, and they fucked it up. They kilted it, and then I went backstage after. I was like, hey, what's up? He was like, yo, what's up? Yo, it's Adam and Mike, blah, blah, blah. And so I started hanging with them that fall and winter of '85 into the spring of '86. And, and then they said, yo, we got a gig in D.C. tonight. You want to come? We'll be back after the show, or Boston. And so I went, and then summer of '86, I had this bullshit little frozen job, frozen lemonade.
That's in here too, right?
Yeah. So, 2-page spread, Run DMC, Raising Hell tour, Run DMC, they were big, Raising Hell, Walk This Way, and Peter Piper, and My Adidas, that shit was huge. So Run DMC, LL Cool J, Houdini, and the Beastie Boys, and I was like, actually, that's where I was, at that spot in Sheridan Square. I was like, yo, fuck this shit. I need to be on that. I need to be there. I fucking rolled the card in, blah, 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 got da-da-da, got on a plane, flew down. Somebody told me it was in St. Petersburg or some shit, and then I got down there. I'd never been there before, and it was like a bunch of hillbillies and shit, and I'm wearing a Yankee shirt, which was the wrong move. And then I was like, yo, where's the fucking gig? And then someone told me, that's in Tampa. And I was like, what? Where the fuck is that? So I'm sitting on a curb drinking a 40, and these cops roll up on me, busting my chops, like, hey, boy. And I was like, what? Blah, 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 blah. And I thought they were going to take me in just to bust my balls and shit. And they made me pour it out. So anyway, now it's getting dark. It's like 7, 8. And I'm kind of bugging. I'm like, yo, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing down here. And what a day this has been. So I go into this bar, and I threw all my money on the bar, most of it change. I say, yo, can someone drive me to Tampa, to the Dome or some shit? And these two dudes were like, yeah, we'll take you. So I was like, thank you. So we get in their little pickup truck. I'm sitting in between them, and we're driving. It's 8, 9 o'clock now at night, and we're driving on the highway, and then they kind of drive off the highway onto this dark road, and I'm like,
oh man,
oh no,
shit, what? And I started thinking of the movie
Deliverance.
Yeah, there you go.
God.
Oh, I say, oh man. So then I'm bugging a little bit, but I'm keeping quiet, and then all of a sudden I see the top of the Tampa Dome, in the distance, and I'm like, oh my God, they're actually bringing me. So they dropped me off. They were cool, blah, blah, blah. I go knock on the back of the dome, and the security dude comes out. He goes, yeah? I go, tell Ad Rock from the Beasties, the Rickster's out here. So he comes out like 5 minutes later. He's like, yo, what's up? What are you doing around here? I'm like, or here. Nah, I was in the neighborhood. So he brings me in. We're walking like in the back area of the dome or arena, whatever. And then like I hear like boom, 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 like thumping. And it's like he opens the door. We go into the arena. And it's like fucking place is going fucking berserk. I see Jam Master Jay suspended in the air, doing a whole like cutting it up, like solo in the middle of like Peter Piper.
Yeah.
And crowd going fucking berserk. And I'm like, oh my God, this is the big time. And then, you know, they gave me a bed on the tour bus. And then, you know, I went along for about a week on the southeast leg of the Raising Hell tour. And came back. I'd taken some good pictures with my little doinkster. This being one of them, like LL coming out.
Wow.
So like he just fucking destroyed it. Like Cut Creator just did a whole like cutting it up intro. Crowd, you know, worked the crowd up in a frenzy, and I'm kind of leaning against the speaker, and I'm looking at him getting ready to come out, and he looks at me like, gives me a little nod, and he walks out right there. I just took a click, and he's coming out. The crowd fucking went, oh my God. Kilted it right there. I wish I had like audio to go along with that moment. But that's Raising Hell when he was, it's a good one.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Then, you know, I came back and like kind of Def Jam kind of like brought me in with them, and I was kind of like a messenger, and then I was a photographer, and then the Beasties asked me to come on License to Ill tour as a photographer in the beginning of '87, and and then, you know, shit just fucking, you know, percolated from there.
It sounds like it all happened pretty much like that. Like it took
Things
like 6
like-
months or something. How long did it take for you to go from, you know, that spiteful moment to kind of being on staff at Def Jam? Was that
Like a year.
wow?
Man.
Yeah, and then I got down with LGI photo agency. They brought me in, so I started being a paparazzi and learning about the photo hustle and in the world, photography world.
Yeah.
Lynn Goldsmith, she became like a mentor to me. She liked me. She was like, Rickster. She loved saying that. She was a tough cookie though, Lynn Goldsmith. She's a legend.
Legend. Yeah. So, I mean, from your photos, it seems like you've grown with hip hop through the decades as well. So, like,
Grown with hip hop.
well, because you've taken a lot of like photos of iconic artists during the '80s, and also like with the Beasties in the '90s as well. Like, what were like some of your favorite moments during that time, or like how do you see for yourself?
I was going to gigs. I started going to the Apollo in like '85. I took some pictures. Let me see, like, what's his name, Curtis Blow, and you know, a couple of people. I like going up there. It was cool. Now and then, I started going to see like Eric B. and Rakim in '88, and you know, I was a fan. You know, I used to go actually in Roxy, go see the Soul Sonic Force and Grandmaster Flash at Roxy's in the early '80s, and then, you know, groups at Danceteria. So I liked the gigs. You know, they were fun. You know, they were events. You know, you had the downtown crowd and the hip hop. It was a good mash of people. You know, graffiti dudes.
Yeah.
Were becoming like, you know, celebrities. Like, you know, someone like Dondi would walk in, you'd be like, oh my God. Or Revolt and Zephyr, you'd be like, oh shit. They were like, you know, outlaws, but like cool ones. So
yeah, a lot of people refer to those years as like, you know, of course, the golden years of hip hop, but it seems like it was just like the golden years for New York culture as well.
Yeah, you could say that. The '80s was, it was buck nutty. I was living on 14th and B between '86 and '89.
Wow.
And then 90, like I said, I moved to 14th and 9th. And then actually, the early '90s was good too. It was happening. A lot was happening. It was fresh. The late '90s seemed when it was not my type shit. It became another culture, like skateboarding came, and this and that. And I kind of like, you know, I was kind of into journalism then. I started writing for magazines, doing interviews and shit. You know, I got into journalism. The photography led into writing, right? You know, taking pictures with, you know, captions. Oh shit! My teammate at the Rickford Institute, Tono Radvany, who put this fucking book together basically from scratch. I want to give mad credit. The quiet guy on the side. Love this mofo.
All the props.
Classy mofo. Nobody knows him, but watch. I'm gonna blow him the fuck up. No,
That's
but
a
not
powerful
nobody knows
cosign.
him. He's a very cool dude. I love quiet dudes. Like, remember you said before, legend? You called me that?
Yeah.
You know, there's a fucking couple of like corny ass doofuses who call themselves legends. And I'm like, oh my God. Dude, first of all, you're a doofus. Second of all, you can't be labeling yourself that. You're a jerk off. I don't even want to name names, but also I was at this party. We're getting zooted and shit in SF. And these kids, you know, like 30, but they were like, yo, that guy's this legend. I said, listen, stop fucking using that word, dude. You sound like an idiot, man.
I feel
No,
like
I
we
hear you.
overuse it as a term.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Like it just gets
So,
thrown around.
Yeah. It's like, ugh, they're diluting it, dude.
Yeah. Should be reserved only
Yo, I've
for.
seen like jerk-offs, like, who are young even calling themselves legends. I'm like, you're a legend for what? Being a jerk-off? A lot of people I photographed. Listen, Gabe, listen to this part. People I photographed. Don't be rude. Oh, dip. All right, so like people I shot, like I wanted to shoot. It's like I collected sports cards, football cards, baseball, basketball. It's like, it's kind of like that. Like, yo, I want her in my collection. I need them in my collection of cards. Joe Namath, you know, Broadway Joe, he's in here. Walt Frazier, you know, New York sports stars, but classy and cool.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find Walt Frazier. This is me and, okay, here's me and Joe Namath on the set of Classic Sports Network. I'm kind of like in shock there. 'Cause
Yeah.
I just went up to like, you know, my friend was producing, when Classic Sports Network came on in 96, it was like, what? But they were showing shit like old sports games. And
Yeah.
I was like, because I'm a, you know, kind of a fanatic, nerd for like classic sports. So I went there, to the studio when they were filming, and then like they took a break, and my boy was the producer. That's why he let me know. And then he got down off the stage, and he came all the way across the studio to meet me and greet me. I was like, because you know who Joe Namath is?
Yeah.
He's like Joe Cool, like
Yeah.
Broadway Joe.
Fur coat.
Yeah, but besides, man, he brought the Super Bowl and
Yeah.
just me, you know, playboy, but witty, very witty. Good sense of humor, diggy down. And I was like, oh my God, he's coming up to me, and like, oh my God, like, hey Rick, how are you? Like, blah, 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 da da da, da da da. Yo, here's my wife, my father, my daughters. I'm like, oh my God. Then I go, and I brought the cover of Sports Illustrated with me, the famous one with the water bottle, Super Bowl III in '69. I said, I mumbled out, would you sign this for me? Yo, and he hooked it up. Like, psh, I'll take a picture of it and send it to you. Maybe you put it in. It was like, yo, to the Rickster. You know, best wishes to you and yours, Joe Willie Namath. Let's go Jets. And I was just like, and then I mumble out, because I'm like in shock, dude. And I said, can I take a picture of you on the set? Nah, come in the picture with me.
Yeah.
And then one shot, my friend took it. Glad it came out, because you never know with the auto jammies.
Yeah.
It might be blurred in the foreground and the background's clear, but it came out perfect. Color slide film. Oh, and here's when I worked for the pot delivery service, early 90s. I like this double page spread. Me and Tyson, we just became the youngest heavyweight in history. Anyway.
And then for those that are listening, we're looking inside of the pages of your latest book,
Yes,
The
the Individualist.
Individualist. Can you tell us about the first time, your first book that you did?
Oh Snap, the rap photography of Ricky Powell. It came out in '98, St. Martin's Press. Thank you to Dana Albarella, Mrs. Reese. You know the artist Reese,
No.
R-E-A-S, Todd
Oh,
James.
yeah. Gotcha.
She got that deal for me. That was like rap shit. And then she did my next book, The Rickford Files, a year later, classic New York photos.
Yeah. So then with this book, what do you feel like stands out more since then?
Well, you know, it's a lot of pictures never been seen before, which is important, because I want people, you know, I want to get more of my shit out there, make people go like, what? And it's a little bit autobiographical, writing some shit, like my thoughts on like when the moment comes to take a picture of someone you see in the street, you know, do you take it on the sly to keep it natural, with the possibility if they see it and they're not with it, them like getting all bent out of shape, or do you ask and be courteous and kill the naturalness of the moment? It's a split second decision.
Yeah.
You know who Jamel Shabazz is?
No.
What'd you do? Grow up in a cave?
Grew up in Seattle.
Oh, dip. Oh, I love Seattle. I wilded out there on business trips. Did you see clips of me wilding in San Francisco on Instagram?
I'm looking forward to this DVD that you're talking about.
Oh, dip. Tono, did you see those videos?
Sure
Can
did.
you describe those videos?
Yeah, I ran into some people. I was doing bumps on the street with my little Bluetooth. Like, I put it there. People were loading me up. But I had my Bluetooth putting on, you know, Blue Note records. So it was grimy, but it was like, oh shit, like Herbie Hancock or like Jimmy Smith.
Artsy.
You know,
Elevated.
You know, sophisticated, intelligent, jazzy soul music. So it was kind of like the balance. You know, it's the funky uncle getting zooted on the street. You know, it was fun as hell because I killed it business-wise where I had to go, and then afterwards I just came upon these scenarios.
It's a work hard, play hard thing.
You could put it that way. But I said at one point, I love wilding out on business trips. Yo, thank you. Like, everyone was just hitting me with bumps, like crazy. It was fun as shit. And the people who I think were relevant to me, who said they saw it, were just dying laughing, including like an undercover cop who I know, a dude from Fox News, this person, that person. They were like, oh my God,
man,
it's incredible.
Yeah.
I like doing shit that's like, what?
Yeah.
What did he get up to in Seattle, basically, right?
Oh, Seattle? Oh, my God. I've wilded hard. Woo-wee! Seattle, Atlanta, Austin, those cities, oof. You can get anything with a phone call.
Yeah. And you just came off of a tour, or you're going on a tour for your capsule collection, correct?
Well, not a tour, really. You know, FTC is taking me to Tokyo next week to do a jump off there. I did some shirts with Tyson on it, my Tyson shirt.
Yeah.
And skateboards. But also with this Privilege brand, you're going to have a jump off for it. Listen, I got all these things. There's a documentary being made on my life. I got another book coming in November on a group book I curated on street photography. I've been in a long lull where I was like, yo, what the fuck? Nothing's going on. I'm staying home pulling my ding all day. And then all of a sudden, boom, 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 boom. And it's happened like that many times before. It's like the all or nothing. Mm-hmm. You know, it's crazy. The phenomenon, the dynamic of it is crazy. It's like, up, get up, got this, that, bing, 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 bing. Oh, shit, what? Oh, dip.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Does that inspire you to, like, take more photos, or do you still take photos, like, today?
I love Instagram. I love this part of my lineage of photo taking. I love it. Of course, I love you could post it right up, and I could put like my personality into it, like a caption. So I just take pictures, like whoever's like into my like again lineage, my track record. They're like they can see what I'm into now. Like I love taking pictures of dogs on the street with the caption, dogs are mesmerized, or dogs are dumbfounded by Uncle Sloppy or Uncle. I like making shit that's visually intriguing, but also putting sense of humor in it so it makes people laugh.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard?
On the way here, some chick just stopped me on the street. She was like, "Oh my God, I just had to stop you and say, yo, your Instagram is the fucking shit. You are so funny." I was like, "Oh, thank you, young lady."
Yeah.
Can we make mad doinkage? Doink doink. Let's do I want to make mad doink to you. Doinky. That's mature talk.
Yeah.
For you kids.
Yeah. For the grown listeners out there.
Yeah.
Actually, I like saying to some girls, so you like older, immature gentlemen? I love the ones that say, yeah, exclusively. Oof.
Uncle Sloppy, right?
Yeah, Uncle Sloppy is like...
You got several persona, too, because you got the cool substitute teacher, too, right?
This kid knows my work.
I try.
I like to just, I kind of like how, certain people are gassing themselves up. I like to goof a little bit. I like to make like, it's just like self-deprecating, just making the goofy shit cool kind of shit. I like making goofy shit cool. You can make that as a standout quote.
That's definitely a standout quote.
Thank you. You get it.
Sure. So yeah, that's like the. Would you consider this like the evolution then, like of the Rickster? Like
it's the current status. I like where I am right now.
Yeah.
I really do. More importantly, I said to myself, I think I'm gonna like in my 50s cultivate what I've culminated, or culminate what I've cultivated. Just think of all my experiences and think of the most efficient, productive way to, go on and learn from the mistakes I made and just live ultimate like. And it's going well, it helps to, I'm lucky that I'm making a body of work, like, kind of like unprofessionally, that people are drawn towards, I guess, because I'm just one man's time capsule, so whoever's drawn towards it, great, so I like being like that dude who's just really not trying to be or do it this way, and it just turns out, like, it's kind of like my hashtag fashionable by accident.
Yeah, but I mean, like, there's definitely a lot of photographers that look up to you because,
that's
I feel like, I feel like a lot of photographers today, they try to capture those moments where for you, it was just like it came along a lot natural. Do you find yourself like, doing like lectures or any types of talks?
Yeah, I do. I do my World Be Free famous slideshow where I talk about my pictures with like one of my funk mixtapes in the background. But as you'll see on my business card, I don't call myself a photographer because I don't want to be grouped in with certain jerk-offs.
Yeah.
A lot of dudes are jerk-offs. They put the camera in their hand and then they like go and act like they're fucking this and that. And I'm like, you're still a jake-off. I don't care if you have a camera in your hand. So, I've made a few people who curate shows like mad at me because I didn't want to be in the show they curated because I didn't want to be in the same room with some of these corny motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Because I know how they are. I'm like, nah. I don't want to be associated with those people. Not that I'm Paul Newman, but, I know what I like. I stick to it,
You have standards and practices. You got to uphold, right?
I just do me, and that's how it is. This may be shocking to you, but I'm not endearing to everybody. I've made a lot of people hate me. The ones, especially like the creepy ones that wanted to get with me, and I was like, nah, I see right through you, dude. And then they pop shit about me.
Yeah.
Comes with the territory.
Gotcha.
I've been duped. I've been hoodwinked by a lot of smile in my face. They turn out to be perpetrators, and I've dealt with the worst of the worst, dude.
Gotcha.
There's about half a dozen jerk-offs I want dead for the shit they pulled on me. But it comes with the territory. It happens to everybody.
Gotcha.
But I got good people around me now, which feels great. I'm in a great place right now. I feel great. I want to be, and I could be me, and I could like produce shit that is entertaining to people as well as inspirational, and that's like, that makes me like, feel so good. Like I can be that. So I didn't really turn out. I was going to be a gym teacher.
Wow, this is nice then. This is a win, right? Like this is Ricky Powell Individualist is a pretty cool job title, right?
I like this kid. Listen, I'm
try.
going to steal you from my team. You get it. Nah, it feels good. I'm like calling the shots and making some shit that people are like, what? I like this guy. Feels good. Feels good.
In today's time where it's like, I would say that it's probably more easier than ever to become a photographer when you have like, photo-based apps.
Well, listen, you want to take pictures on your own because it's fun, cool. But you want to be a pro and throw your hat in the ring,
Yeah.
and blah, blah, blah. And then it has a different, then you got to then it's a hustle. Then you got to deal with a lot of shit.
Yeah. So for the lazy hustler, like what are like some I guess like key talking, well, like points
Tools
of
of the
advice,
trade.
tools of the trade that you can like give advice to for like up and coming photographers?
Well, I mean, just as I say a lot, just do you. Don't be part of the, don't follow like conventional shit. I mean, you can have it as part of a, what you would call it, back your, what do you call that shit? A back of fundamentals.
Yeah, foundation.
Foundation.
Yeah.
But I'd say just do you. Just suit you and like create your own universe, basically. And then, whatever happens, happens. If it was meant to be that you're gonna like come up professionally, that's how it goes. And just deal with it. I mean, I've gone through times where I'm like, yo, what's up? Where's all the fanfare? Like, am I played out? Is that it? Like, this shit you're trying to run, this Ricky Powell thing, it's done. You're gonna have to get a job. And then all of a sudden, boom, 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 boom. It's weird, money and pussy, same shit. It comes when it comes, in droves. I say that because there was a picture I shot of a wall with some graffiti on it in my book, Rickford Files, all kinds of shit. And then there's one little part where the guy wrote, money and pussy, that all it's about. And I wrote the caption, this part right here may not be grammatically perfect, but it's very prophetic. Yes, it's like a prophet said it. Like, anyway, that's life. Shit just comes. You gotta roll with as Bruce Lee said, be like water. Don't be like a stiff, otherwise you'll break. Actually, I have a little mantra I do when I go to, if I'm gonna go to like an opening at the Milk Gallery, where I know it's gonna be a lot of pretentious, schmoozers and jerk-offs. And I love Milk Gallery. I love them. They've done me so greatly. Shout out to Rossi and Danielle. So I have a little mantra when I go over there, or to something that's similar. All right, number one, lose the ego, because that's like number one. Drop the ego. Number two, get humble, be humble. Number three, show love, spread love. And number four, be like water instead of like, of something that could snap and break. So those kind of things, they help me when I go to a thing like, yo, lose the egos. Don't go in there like, yo, I'm gonna fucking slay it. I'm gonna fucking be the shit. Fuck the, like, lose that, which is big. The ego can be toxic, get you in trouble. So that helps right off the bat. And then, be humble.
Wise words.
And I like being cool with everybody, but, when you come across someone who's like souped up on themselves, it's a little like, oh, man. I've come across a lot of that. Especially when I'm working with a group of people and they're like, people's come along with it, or their friends, and their friends are fucking gassed up braggarts, or they think they're this, and I'm like, which, it doesn't happen that often, but, whatever, dude. I just, I rather prefer embracing good people, and it works great. My trip to SF recently was all good people, man. The people that were in charge of, like, looking out for me were all fucking... We definitely had the mutual respect thing going on. It was great. And mutual inspiration. And really great crew of people there, the FTC Skateboarding Family.
Yeah.
Very cool people, I have to say. They really made my trip like, wow. I kept saying like, wow, man, this trip is really becoming like very like monumental to me at this point in my life.
That's awesome, man. Well,
Yeah,
those are some wise words.
It felt good. It felt good, man. It felt good. Because, this life that we're here, it's crazed. Crazy existence.
Cool. So, what can people expect like in the near future? I mean, you have the book that's coming out. You're going back on tour. Well, You're going back overseas for?
Some travel dates. Yeah, I'll be doing book signings, jump offs, doing my live slideshow.
And the thing at the Standard,
The
right?
Standard is the primary jump off. It's gonna be cool on the 18th floor where the pool is. I'm gonna do my slideshow in front of like the little indoor pool with like freaky deeks and shit with dope titty balls. I'm gonna be like, what? It's gonna be hype. It's gonna be hype.
Awesome.
Hype beast.
Hey.
What? And I'm looking forward. You know, I like being that dude who's gonna come and entertain with a sense of humor. You know, like a lot of photographers. You know, fucking, just they got the personality of a swamp. But me, you know, I like coming with like, I'm me. I'm an individualist. That's what I am. Taking pictures is something I do because I like it. I mean, I like it when it pays, believe me. But as the lazy hustler, I have 8 hustles. Photography, writing, video, clothing, brand shit, mixtape wizard, entertainer with my live slideshow, kind of like a walking tour type of thing, dude, and oh yeah, gigolo for older women on a moderate income. You know, I got this one old lady around the corner. She pulls my ding ding for $30.
Oh my God.
Is that too much information? Yo, she's cool, man. I tell her while she's doing it, yo, I really appreciate this. Like, she pays me.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I don't pay her, because then I got my discreet dragon lady who I pay. She's fine, dude. Then I got my discreet oriental egg roll soul sonic dragon lady. This guy. No, wait. I got my discreet oriental soul sonic egg roll dragon lady.
Boom.
Yeah,
She got a shout out too.
Yeah, I'm going to bring her to the jump off at the Standard. She said she'd come with me.
Oh, man.
She's Chinese. She doesn't speak much English either, but she is drop dead, severely cute. She's so good to me when I'm feeling jiggy wiggy. I can call her and she'll come. But, you know, listen, I like, and I got my discreet Nubian dyke thug. She's a good one, too.
Okay. So the book comes out.
These
when?
are my
Or
lovers.
is it already out?
I'm not like conventional shit.
Awesome.
I don't
So-
like that shit. Because
Gotcha.
when I finish with these girls, I walk into the door, we give each other a pound, and we're like, yo, good looks. Till next time.
Bet.
Bet. Right. That's my spooning. Then I can go
Oh,
back.
man.
You get it. I'm a freakazoid.
All right, awesome. So let's end off with the Individualist. So when is this in stores, or is it already in stores?
Should be in the store after the jump off in September. There's
Gotcha.
like a pre-order thing on my page on
Yeah.
Lazy Hustler. But should be soon. I don't know. I'm happy, you know, and then this movie is going to be out about me, this documentary, where it's going to be
That'd
like,
be awesome, right?
I talk about all kinds of shit. The dark shit as well as the glamorous shit. It's going to be deep. And I'm looking forward. You know, they interviewed a bunch of people about it. They were on the West Coast. They interviewed Estevan Oriol. You know him?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my G right there. All kinds of people they interviewed. I don't even know. Futura, Fab Five Freddy, Lynn, Goldsmith. I don't know. And then, you know, one dude said, I haven't grown up yet. That jerk off. But I'm going to take it as a compliment. All kinds of people. And I kind of like envision myself going to the premiere of it because it's going to be a document. Like, it's real deal.
What's
These
it
people-
called?
Yeah.
I don't know, they want to call it throwing the towel, but I'm like, nah.
What would
nah.
you call it?
Get off my Richard. Hashtag
Perfect.
get off my Richard.
Get off my.
I don't know. We'll see. But I kind of envision, you know, it's the same people that make the 30-30
Yeah.
sports
wow.
programs, and they made the O.J. Simpson
Yeah.
Made in America. So it's, you know,
That's legit.
yeah, it's not going to be like some
It's a
fun-
long way from filming public
Rap-
access with
yeah,
your cats, man.
That's part of the beauty. Like, oh my God, I've come up. But I kind of envision myself going to the screening and being like, I'm going to sit in the last row on purpose so I could duck out. I don't like watching myself. I don't know who's going to say what about me. I can't, even if it's compliments, I can't stand compliments. I can't take them.
Mhm.
I don't know, whatever. And I don't like to watch myself, and I'm not unique in that way. I've heard,
No.
like, one guy said on a talk show, yeah, even when the stars come on to promote their shit, they look away when the little promos are played, they don't want to. They can't watch themselves.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, well, me, when I look at myself, I'm like, ew, that's what I look like, and that's what I sound like. Ew. Ew. Ew, my voice sounds like that. Yo, it's like Pee Wee Herman.
Not
That's
at
Wick
all.
Wick. Wick Wick. So, and what else? So I got this capsule with FTC Privilege. That's going to be a big jump off. I want you to come to that if you can. The store on Clinton Street.
Sure thing.
Because my boy DJ Smoke is going to DJ.
Gotcha.
It's going to be hype, dude. That's my Burt Bacharach of hip hop.
Awesome, and that's gonna be when?
In September.
September.
Yeah, a lot of shit is going to jump off. And, like I'm saying, it's great, success part, business, but I want to just have fun, provide fun shit for people to come. Be like, what?
So stay tuned for September then.
Actually, that's a good title of this article. What?
There you go.
But anything else I can tell you?
No, I think we covered most of the bases, man.
You
Thank you
sure?
so much for. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
We covered a lot.
All right, if you think of anything else, don't be shy. Come around. Dude, thank you.